Marianne, when were you in the States?
I left the 5th of March. The idea was I was supposed to be gone for 21 days for my mother's 80th birthday, and we planned this big party. So I was going to be there a few days ahead of time, spend a week with Anne and Adam, and then do the party and then come home. During the time I was with Anne and Adam, we all got what we know now as food poisoning. So this is like Friday to Saturday, wake up Saturday morning, and I'm death warmed over, and I get an email saying your flight's canceled. We'll fly you home, but you have to go tomorrow. I was so sick, I didn't know if I could make the drive from Indiana to Ohio.
So she waited with Anne and Adam to get better to know if it was the virus or not, because they didn't know at that point. And then by the time they got better, then she traveled to her mom and dad's to be with them. Even though the party wasn't going to happen, she figured it's better to be there if I end up having a chance to fly out again or whatever.
Yeah.
So then she was with them in the worst part of kind of the crisis of no one really knowing how far is this going to go, how fast, how bad is it going to be.
Yeah.
You know, she was there to be able to walk through it with her parents, which is really a godsend.
Now, that whole thing was God giving us our heart's desires, and not just mine, to be with my parents who obviously are older, just distracted them. You know, I could do the shopping. We were discovering it together. But my brother Steve and Lori both work in hospitals. So they couldn't take care of mom and dad. When I talked to Steve about it, he said, you know, I suppose if somebody had asked, you know, what would help during the pandemic in this situation, he said, I might have said it'd be nice to have Marianne here, you know, and I was there.
So Tom, what did you do that whole time? Were you fine?
I think from the moment your flight was canceled, you know, we both talked about how we had this weird in the sense of inexplicable kind of peace, that we were exactly where God wanted us to be, whether it was apart or together, you know, that he had really prepared the way for this. So because I was alone, I didn't have to worry about infecting anyone. And so I was able to do kind of some of the stuff that she would normally be the one who would do, go out to see people, be there for them, go shopping, take groceries by, get food to those who couldn't go out. It made us realize how many of the people that are in our circles here, they really have no social safety net. So if you take the minimum away, the mobility and being able to just get food day by day or week by week at the most, they're stuck. You know, they might have 2 or 3 days of groceries in the house, but that's about it.
Do you think more people are more willing to do church online or do church in the way that you're doing it right now?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, way more. Because it gives a sense of like a back row, you know, because our groups are typically pretty little. When you don't have a back row and someone wants to just sort of check it out, there's nowhere to hide, you know, in the best sense of that, even just to give them time to kind of figure out who you're at. People are kind of starved for social contact and they're feeling threatened. So a common enemy, you know, opens doors for that I've had conversations with people would have never happened otherwise.
So what do you think your life looks like in the next, once you're done quarantining?
It's weird because I feel like the biggest thing I can offer is trying to help people frame what they're living. So we're all living pretty much the same things, but kind of depending on how you look at it, it's whether it's a terrible, the worst thing that could ever happen, or there's some opportunities here, or it's just kind of 50-50, you know, some good, some bad or whatever. So a big part of what I do is writing a thought for the day for the church family, just to try and kind of frame their idea. And then this briefing with Horners, Caduce, Malcolm and Tina and us. So the 8 of us just meeting and saying, you know, what information should we share? Where do you need advice? Because this is all new to all of us. and what things you're going to do in the next 24 hours.
I mean, as far as a team, it has really solidified us.
The one phrase that really caught it for me was, in these unprecedented times, may we come out of them with an unprecedented depth of faith. And I thought that was pretty cool. You know, can we capitalize on this, whatever it holds, however long it lasts, to help people go really deeper in their faith